So I went down to the Fort Walton Beach area primarily to film the RadJunk store tour, link in the description down below, but I also went down there to film another store tour and a collection tour with my friend Greg, and he took me and Chris all around the Fort Walton Beach area, the Pensacola area, and we hit up a variety of flea markets, antique stores, game stores, and more. And first, we are going to go check out the T&W Flea Market.
This is Exo Squad. Exo Squad. I don't know anything about Exo Squad. Now, let me ask you this. How hard would it be to clean something like that? Not bad. Not bad? Not as bad as it looks. Like maybe a little toothbrush or something. Toothbrush.
So we were a little bit worried about this flea market because it was really cold and it was rainy the day before. But we decided to take a shot. Now, right off the bat, Greg found some type of Exo Squad toy. It was definitely an older toy. Couldn't quite figure out what it was, and it was pretty dirty, but it probably could have been cleaned. Anytime I see a container full of pins, I always check those because you never know when you might find some old video game themed pin or a movie pin.
You never know what you might be able to find in a pile of pins. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we just found some weird baby pin.
What the heck is that? Can I see this game right here?
You want that one?
Disciples. You ever heard of this? I've never heard of this game.
Finally found a stack of games, and there was one game on the PS4 in that stack that I had never heard of, and it was called Disciples. By the way, I should mention it was very, very cold that day, especially for northern Florida.
I figure after a while we'll just get numb to it.
So we found a toy vendor outside, but it was mainly like McDonald's Happy Meal toys, but it wasn't the older ones that I would have looked for. It was more of the more modern ones.
Kid Gohan right here. There's Android 16, right? A lot of DBZ figures. Got a couple of games here. Oh man, Grandia 3. Oh, that's priced. That is definitely priced. Man, I've never heard of this before. It's got George Carlin and Richard Pryor in it.
And then we ran across a movie called Car Wash starring George Carlin and Richard Pryor on VHS. I've never heard of that movie before. I'm gonna have to check it out. Let me know in the comments if you guys have seen it. We ran across a tote full of movies and games. Nothing really that great. Everything was $5 a piece. Nothing noteworthy there. We ran into this really rambunctious salesman.
Morning, 2 for $1. 2 for $1. 2 for $1. You can't beat it. This is such a deal.
Them Pocahontas. There's like a coin that goes with him. There's like a little gold coin.
There he is.
Yeah. So yeah, both of that's just $2.
I'll snag Mario from you.
Okay.
The first pickup of the day, Greg found a really cool Mario Jax figure with the propeller hat from New Super Mario Bros. And he got it for $2. It's probably like a $10 to $15 figure.
Let's say like a good speaker, for instance, or just anything that's like really good in value or whatever. Any 3 boxes in the front of your choosing for free.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one.
Yeah.
Every time I go to one of these flea markets, I have at least one weird and strange interaction with somebody. In this case, is no different. We ran into some dude that had a table full of cigar boxes. Actually, it was the same guy that Greg bought the figure off of. Table full of empty cigar boxes. And he was like, hey, you want to go on a quest? If you go find me something worth $25 or something like that and bring it to me, I'll give you 3 empty cigar boxes. What?
Do you understand that? Nope, I do not. I do not. I don't understand that one. I don't either. That's the first for everything, I guess. Where's the part where we win? Right, we don't.
And then we had a mic drop moment. I mean, literally, my mic, this mic right here, fell off my sweater and clattered on the ground.
Hey, how's it going? Good, trying to stay warm a little bit. Yeah, right.
So it's time to head inside to the first indoor area of the T&W flea market and see what we can find in there. Right off the bat is the main video game store of the flea market, one of the main attractions that Greg wanted to show me, and it was called Game Over Gaming.
How's it going?
GameCube games?
I do. keep going, and they're to your right. I love it up there.
Oh, wow. A wall full of them.
Yeah.
So I'm down to 22 games left. So I'm going to look for cheapest starting first, because these are going to be some of the cheaper games here. There's a few more of the more expensive games here too, kind of mixed in. Hey, the prices here seem pretty good, Greg. Dang, nothing.
Seriously.
I mean, it makes sense, you know, and then you get down to 22 games left in a 500 plus game collection. It gets harder and harder to find the games you need. But this is pretty cool. Check this out. Pokemon stickers. Series 1. Hey, this is from 99. So this is, yeah. Pokemon, the OG era there.
Now, this game store had a ton of stuff packed in such a small place, literally stacked from floor to ceiling all across the walls. There were toys, games, cards, collectibles, you name it. And they had a ton of GameCube games. More than I see at most game stores, probably around 50 or 60 GameCube games. And unfortunately, out of all those GameCube games, there was not a single game that I needed for the collection, because I'm down to 22 games left. So it's getting harder and harder to find a game that I need.
Oh, Chris, we got some Game Boy and Game Boy Color games here, dude. Man, some of these prices seem pretty good. Man, have you ever played Oddworld on the Game Boy Color?
I've not.
I haven't either. I might snag this. I'm actually kind of interested in this one. Dude, what is this, Chris?
Yoda stories.
Yoda's. I've never heard of this game before.
I hear people clown on it.
Clown on it, really? Operation C. This is the Game Boy Contra game, man.
Oh, that's cool.
That's one that you do not see very often. Man, I might snag this Oddworld game, because I'm curious about this one, man.
And I found one game that I wanted to go ahead and pick up, and that was Oddworld Adventures 2 on the Game Boy Color.
Random games just laying around. I love it.
Whoa, what is that?
I don't know, man. I've never heard of this before. Heart of Darkness. It actually looks pretty cool, man. It looks like a 2D puzzle. Dude, I don't know. This game looks cool.
Then me and Chris ran across a PS1 game called Heart of Darkness that we've never heard of before. Let me know in the comments down below if that's a good game worth checking out. And then we ran across something really crazy. It was a GameCube, the console, and it had a skin on it. I've never seen a skin like this before. It was literally a nuclear explosion on a GameCube skin.
Whoa, look at the skin on this GameCube, dude. I've never seen this skin before. It's just a nuclear explosion. It's a nuclear. Do you want to buy brand new modern games at wholesale value and save money and get them cheaper than you can at most online and physical retailers? Well, you can do that through the Goodiez Pick feature on the Goodiez app, and let me show you how. So when you open the Goodiez app, right from the homepage, you want to scroll down to Goodiez Pick and then click See All. And then what you want to do is you want to do a filter. Now, I am specifically looking for a Nintendo Switch game to add to the collection that I can get for a great price. So I'm going to filter manufacturer to Nintendo and console to Nintendo Switch, and then click Good Deal under Badge. And I'm also going to click Lowest. So what that's going to do is it's going to filter the results to only the items that are below market value under Goodiez Pick and sort it by lowest price. So I'm just going to scan through here until I find something that is catching my eye, but I already know what I'm going to buy. I've been wanting to play KO the Kangaroo on the Switch since it released, and the Goodiez price is $27 before tax and shipping. Market value is around $40, and I did check on eBay and confirmed that the cheapest I'm seeing is like $40 to $45 on eBay, and then on Amazon I'm seeing it at around $35, and that's before tax. So Goodiez has them beat on that price. So I'm going to go ahead and click Lowest Ask, and it's going to add it to my cart, and I'm going to click Buy Now. And so I purchased KO the Kangaroo through the Goodiez Pick feature using the Goodiez Deal filter, and I managed to get it for like $34.76, which ended up being cheaper than even Amazon before tax. So folks, download the Goodiez app today, free to download, free to create an account, and you can start browsing those Goodiez picks and buy brand new games at wholesale prices, cheaper than market value. Save some money, get some good deals. Check out Goodiez. Found another game store, and I decided to go ahead and scope out the GameCube games. Let's see. Yeah, no luck. Nothing I need. That's the story of my life these days. Good selection, though. Oh, this is pretty cool. You ever seen one of these? So watch this. If this is the one I'm thinking of, it should open real slowly.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This one opens real slow. it's really taking its time.
Games too.
Yeah, full of games. That's pretty cool.
They had a decent selection, but not really anything that I needed for the collection, unfortunately. They did have one of those really cool Nyko-like slow opening cases full of loose games. We ran across an awesome case full of vintage toys, but unfortunately the vendor wasn't there. And then we found another toy/game store called Toy Time.
Star Wars Dark Forces. I mean, it looks like what, kind of Doom, but Star Wars, huh? On the PS1.
In the first mission, you're still in the Death Star plans.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They did have a copy of Star Wars Dark Forces on the PS1, which I have to admit, that's a game that's always intrigued me because it looks like an old school first-person shooter like Doom style, but set in the Star Wars universe. And that was pretty much it at the TNW Flea Market. Not a whole lot. Greg found the Mario figure. I found, Odd World Adventures 2. Well, time to head to the next place, which is a giant toy store called Hyperspace Toys. And this place was amazing. As soon as I walked in this toy store, I could not believe my eyes. It was blowing my mind already. And immediately to the left in a case were some old school Radio Shack LCD handheld games in their original boxes.
Where do we even start, Greg? Maybe just go clockwise? Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's start there. Hey, look at this little guy. Dinosaurs, look at that, that's a little Radio Shack LCD handheld. Dinosaurs, but it's not the dinosaurs. I got the box for it too.
Like that micro.
Oh, that micro is really cool, huh? Yeah, I like that they've got the boxes for these little Radio Shack LCD games. I guess Radio Shack was trying to compete with Tiger back in the day. So we got a couple of LCD handhelds in here. We got these two double dares down here, one red, one orange. Let's see, okay, so one's called Pie in the Pants and one's Flying Sundays. They're only $5 a piece. They're not working, but I'm changing how I collect Tiger handhelds. I'm only gonna go for the Tiger handhelds that represent a franchise I'm nostalgic for.
The glass case full of expensive games had a ton of GameCube games, but again, not a single GameCube game I needed, not even one of the 22 games left for the collection.
Okay, so we got a decent selection of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games here. Dude, they got Operation C. So Operation C was at that game store we went at. That's a better price, $28. Is it good? I might snag that actually. I might snag that. Rampart. Oh, they've got Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. I'm probably gonna get that. I've been on the lookout for that game.
A couple of Game Boy Color games that were catching my interest were Operation C, which is Contra on the Game Boy, and then Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets on the Game Boy Color, which is supposed to be a fantastic Harry Potter game. So, made a mental note to come back and pick those up. I found a shelf full of cheaper GameCube games, but again, nothing I needed.
Nothing.
Now, I was so blown away by the amount of collectibles and toys in this game store, but you guys know me, the primary thing that I was on the lookout for, vintage Nintendo toys and collectibles, Tiger electronic handhelds that I want for the collection, and, any other kind of nostalgia type thing that caught my eye that was also vintage.
Yeah, there's a lot to see. This place is big.
Small soldiers or something.
Oh yeah. Look at these DBZ figures. Freaking, yeah. There's Perfect Cell, Majin Buu Saga, man, GT figure, Trunks, Piccolo versus Frieza. I always like to look through some of these movie books, man. Sometimes I'll find something. There you got a couple of Star Wars Episode 1 movie storybooks down here. Star Wars Return of the Jedi movie storybook. This is another rabbit hole I want to go down at some point, man, but God. Too many rabbit holes, Chris. Man, I love these little die-cast figures like that. Man, there's a lot to see, Greg. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, man.
The Tick, Family Guy. Oh, dude, it's the Family Guy chicken, Chris.
And this place was full of items that I am nostalgic for, full of franchises that I'm nostalgic for, they were everywhere. So I had to have a lot of self-control and not just buy everything that caught my eye.
The Batman Returns die-cast figures are really freaking cool. This is only $6, dude.
I love the card art.
But eventually I ran across this really cool Batman Returns die-cast figure still in the packaging, and this is from 1991, and it was only $6. I love Batman, I love Batman Returns, and I love die-cast figures. $6? Win, 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 win. There wasn't really much more there catching my eye worth buying or showing off on camera beyond that, so time to go grab Operation C and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And I got them both for a great deal, and I've already played both of them. Operation C is fantastic, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so far what I've played, it seems to be pretty solid. I definitely need to play it a little bit more though. And that was it for Hyperspace Toys. So time to head to the next place, which is Blue Moon Antique Mall.
So we're in a really awesome toy booth here in this antique mall. Not done looking at everything yet, but I already found a couple things I'm gonna snag. Sealed pack of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers playing cards from '94 for $6. And this is the era of Power Rangers that I love, that I grew up with, that I'm most nostalgic for. And then Greg found this really cool Men in Black Tiger handheld game. This is from '96. It's a Men in Black Tiger handheld game, and it works. You hold it like this, you pull the trigger and you use your thumb to move left and right as you shoot the aliens as they come down. Really cool.
Now in Blue Moon Antique Mall, there was a super cool vintage toy and collectible booth. And right off the bat, I found a couple of things that I planned on walking out of there with. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers playing cards from 1994 sealed. And then Greg found this really cool Men in Black Tiger handheld. Now this one is actually a handheld. You actually hold it like a gun, and then the screen is right there, and you play the game on the screen with this directional pad. And then we ran across a really cool vintage Star Wars Return of the Jedi freaking curtain.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Look at this Return of the Jedi curtain. Greg, did you see this Return of the Jedi curtain set, dude? $40, man. Curtain. That's so cool. That's so cool.
It was only $40, but I don't collect Star Wars stuff or curtains for that matter.
Whoa, dude. That's crazy. That's
kind of dope.
Dude, only $2. Oh man, yeah, I'm about to come around there and check that out. That's awesome, man. Yeah, let's scan through these, man. They're McDonald's and Taco Bell and Pirates of the Caribbean, Looney Tunes, Crayola. What else we got here? Tiny Toons, Tonka, Bobby's World, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Taco Bell, I believe that's Batman the Animated Series. That's cool. $2. Why not?
Now Greg spotted a lot of really cool, like, Happy Meal, Kids Meal boxes from different restaurants that were actually, that were folded and not used, unused Happy Meal boxes. So I dug through that and I found one that I decided to buy because it was only $2, and that's a Taco Bell box for Batman the Animated Series. I had no idea that Taco Bell had a toy line, so now I got to look into the toys and see what that's all about. And there were a few other random places that we stopped at that I didn't really film in because we weren't in there long enough. And I picked up a couple of things off camera, like this Lord of the Rings Pez dispenser set. And then also from another flea market, I got this pack of Family Matters Steve Urkel playing cards from 1991. I grew up with Family Matters, huge fan of that sitcom, absolutely hilarious. So that was a nostalgia buy. And lastly, on the next day, Chris and we stopped at this place called The Market, and we found a pretty cool toy booth, and they actually had something that I needed for the collection. Take a look. So we stopped at this little kind of flea market indoor shop place called The Market here in Gulf Breeze, Florida, and we found a really awesome toy booth here called Slippy's Toys. I found the Tiger Barcodes cards for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Tiger Barcodes handheld. That's right. So I have the Power Rangers Tiger Barcodes handheld, and the way this handheld works is you have to have the card set that you scan and it does stuff within the game. And I actually randomly ran across the card set, the full set in its original packaging, and got it for $2. I'm sorry, $10. Now what's really cool about this, you can see the buttons and the buttons on the back of that. Watch this. You can actually connect it to the back of the handheld like that to store your cards. How cool is that? That's freaking cool. So that was really the end of our time hunting in the Florida Panhandle area, Fort Walton Beach, Pensacola, all those good spots. And, you know, even though we didn't find a whole lot of stuff, we did find some cool items that for me to add to the collection. And Greg found some stuff, Chris found some stuff, but most importantly, we had a great time. Now, I'm sure had we hunted in warmer months, we could have hit some more of the outdoor spots and probably would have found more stuff. But all in all, I had a great time, had a lot of fun, got some cool stuff to add to the collection, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this was kind of a different style and different format than you're used to seeing on the channel. So let me know if you enjoyed it down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Later.